Reimond Kimpe. The Belgian-born Reimond Kimpe started painting rather late, at the age of 38. By then, he had been living in the Netherlands for quite some years, in Middelburg, in the province of Zeeland. As a painter, Reimond Kimpe was virtually self-educated. He proved to be extremely talented. He very quickly received positive criticism about his work, which he exhibited in both the Netherlands and Paris. Kimpe's early work showed a great deal of affinity with the works of Constant Permeke, Frits van den Berg, and Gustav and Leon de Smet. During his studies in Ghent, he already met these Lantem painters in the nearby painters' village of St. Martin's Lantem. After 1929, Kimpe travelled a great deal through Europe, where he became acquainted with new movements such as magic realism, cubism, constructivism, and abstract art. However, despite all these different influences, the artist developed a completely personal style. His works are characterized by a strong composition and demonstrate a tremendous expressiveness by means of a unique use of color and a stylized form, where Kimpe always searched for harmony. Initially, Kimpe had a clear preference for painting typical subjects from Zeeland, such as striking figures in traditional costumes with the background of the sea, the dikes, or the houses of Westkapelle. During his long stay in Paris, where Kimpe became acquainted with Georges Braque and Pablo Picasso through Otto van Ries, he produced a few abstract works. Nevertheless, in the period after the Second World War, Kimpe experienced an important change in style. His muted palette changed to a brighter use of color. From the 1950s, Kimpe no longer built up his backgrounds from the subtle brown shades, but used harsh green, blue, red, and yellow. By applying various layers of color on top of each other, his works gained more depth and a greater intensity. Kimpe also began to make his figures more abstract, and he used geometric shapes more and more often. Paintings by Reimond Kimpe can now be seen in the Zeelandia collection at Hessink's Fine Art Auctioneers.